So during this trimester, your client is hopefully feeling the best she's going to feel throughout the whole pregnancy. Again, this is a generalization, but hopefully she's got over any nausea she had from trimester 1, but she's not so uncomfortable. She might potentially feel uncomfortable for trimester 3. So we can use this time to give her a bit of a confidence boost, to increase her mood, and to get her lifting some weights and feeling good. In terms of functional movement patterns, we will talk through some Swiss ball movements you can still do a little bit later. But again, it's just being able to modify the equipment to their changing body shape. For example, instead of if you're doing some barbell lifting, you can change it to dumbbells and still get your overhead presses, because just to be mindful of her body shape. You can utilize props such as soft small balls in between the knees for pelvic support, pelvic girdle support. If she's down on her side, lying on her side, then you can have some cushions to support her there too. We do want to continue your abdominal draw-in maneuver and pelvic floor engagement during this trimester. A couple of things to consider. As a woman gets pregnant, there's a reduction in anaerobic capacity. So endurance is fine, but high intensity is not advised. Women are not advised to lay flat on their backs for long periods of time, so just take this out of your workout. You can have an incline bench or put them seated. Be mindful of heat. If you're out in the park, you want to be under 38 degrees, or if the workouts are too long in the heat, we just want to make sure they don't overheat, basically. And then hydration, super important, as their body needs to form amniotic fluid as well as doubling in blood flow, as I mentioned earlier. So we just want to keep on top of hydration. A couple of things to avoid here: the high intensity workouts, lying on their back, holding their breath while lifting weights, take that out, and cold therapy, no ice baths. So how can you help identify a pelvic health disorder? So maybe it's just as easy as asking them, is there anything you want me to be aware of in your body that's feeling a bit odd, or just to give them an opportunity to check in with their body, see how they feel, and maybe let you know. If that conversation has been had, you can maybe suggest to them to go see an EMO, or they could refer out and ask somebody else themselves. Now is also an ideal time to start getting a stretch routine in place to take from trimester 2 into trimester 3. Okay, so now let's check it out. So a great stretch to open up through your obliques is to get them down onto a Bosu ball or a yoga block. The idea behind this is that if we can give them a bit of elevation, the pelvis, you're a bit more open up through your hips. So it's just a lot more comfortable, especially when you're pregnant. So left hand is going to head down to your left. Right hand is going to reach up over your head. Eye gaze is following the top hand, and we're looking to lengthen the side body here. So it's just a really lovely one to open up through your hip flexor into your obliques. So if you push your right knee down towards the ground, can you feel that stretch? Mm-hmm. That's where we want to get it. Another really great one to protect the spine, to open up through your thoracic spine, is to do a cat and cow. So what you're going to do here is make sure that the hands are stacked directly over the shoulders, the knees are stacked directly underneath the hips. From here, you're going to drop your belly down, raise your head up, squeeze your shoulder blades back and in to get that arch through your lumbar, through your lower back. From here, you're tucking the chin, scooping down and under, forehead is coming down towards pelvis, tucking the tailbone and in towards each other. So you're getting this beautiful stretch through your back here. A really lovely one, especially to lengthen those hip flexors, is to step 1 foot forward, make sure the foot is underneath the knee. You can lean in first to try and get the length in the hip flexor. Alternatively, if you go back to that stationary position here, tuck the tailbone under, you get the length in that left hip flexor, and then you can raise your left arm up and reach over your body to get that length. Can you feel that? Such a great stretch. With all our body weight shifting, something that's super important is to make sure we're still getting blood flow through our calf muscles. So place your hands on your hips, you're lifting up right onto your tippy toes, does that feel okay? And then rocking back down into your heels. So you're driving up through your toes, pushing through the calf muscles up onto your toes and rocking back down. Okay, so you're just looking to get that activation. Pressing up, holding. Can you hold it there? Good for balance. And drive back down. Perfect. So as your client's body shape starts to change, we just want to make sure that we're opening up through their chest as well. So really lovely to just use a resistant band, come up over your head. You're trying to get the strength, you're going to lengthen through the front of your pecs and squeeze the shoulder blades back together. So they're also getting a beautiful stretch all through the arms as well. How does that feel?
Yeah, good.
Good. So now hopefully you've got some really good ideas around a stretch routine that you can start to implement throughout the rest of your workout. Just wanted to finish on Stacey Sims. The body is inherently smart. It does not allow you to go anaerobic when you're pregnant, and when you play smart by listening to your body or your client's body, you can have a very active, healthy pregnancy, good for mother's body and mind, and excellent for fetal growth, development, and future health outcomes.